Nightingale is a shared world survival crafting game set in a rich gaslamp Victorian fantasy setting. Players venture through portals where adventure and mystery awaits across a myriad of beautiful and increasingly dangerous worlds. Nightingale have just announced their release date into early access as the 22nd of February 2024, and while we'll be waiting till next year before we can buy into the game, we do have its launch day trailer, which offers some in-game alpha footage as well as some of the ideas of the game mechanics that will be in there. And while you're here, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm and getting these videos seen by other people. Drop a comment, subscribe if you'd like to see more. There are simple things in here like the movement animations of the characters as well as the creatures in the world. Whether it be walking, running, swimming and the like, it's only a small thing but it is very nice to see. Some of the scenery offers some interesting insights into the possible mechanics, where in the background we see large metal towers of air balloons and zeppelins flying around, as well as a steam engine on the ground, offering some idea that there may be some form of overland travel. We also see a cycle through some of the characters' possible clothes and weaponry, from simple suits and rifles to finery and large melee weapons. There are beautiful fey creatures as well as nightmarish monstrosities, all of which creates an extremely diverse world which is completely at odds with the Victorian era presented by the character, and I find all of this very wonderful and enticing. The building system appears to be based on blueprints which can be placed before fulfilling. The models shown such as stone, some wooden thatch, some with Viking decorations, and others that could be construed as either Roman or Oriental. But I find this lacks some of the iconic Victorian era architecture. Things like the Gothic churches and their spires, the flat terraces with their arched windows, and the large buildings with their towers or domes. I do hope that with the available options we'll really be able to draw out some of the crazy builds, but it would have been nice if they had shown off some of this Victorian era architecture for a game that is touted to be gaslamp Victorian. And I'm not too fussed on the harvesting showcased, where they show a single tree being cut and a stone being broken, as far too short and disjointed to really get a sense of the animation. And I've been quite disappointed in a number of games lately, where the animations of harvesting trees look very wooden and very stiff. And hopefully I'll get to see more of this and they do a lot better than what some of the others have done. We also see some of the combat where they're shooting with different types of ammunition, some standard and some explosive or magical. The melee including active dodging and blocking mechanics, as well as some of the magic that is being deployed by the characters offhand. And lastly we see the character jumping off a cliff and floating down onto the back of a creature using umbrellas. There also appears to be non-combat interactions that will be possible, most likely to gain the resources required to make the realm cards, which are made from the various resources of the current realm but will ultimately determine the biome and the difficulty of the next one. I'll leave the full launch day trailer to play out after this, but let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you looking forward to playing Nightingale in the future? Thanks for listening in, and I'll catch you in the next one.
The Feywilds await, and so too Nightingale. Awaken your first portal and tread on towards that which is boundless, beyond the measurable. Sequestered, struck by woe and lacking supplies, the question becomes, wilt thou be a survivor? Regardless of which portal variety you favor. Realm cards will be necessary. words steer your steps.